Hello everyone, welcome back Star Family. This pick a card is about the future you. We want to look into messages from your future self. What would your future self want to say to you? So if you haven't had a chance to pick a card as of yet, please go back to the very beginning of the video. There are timestamps pinned in the comment section as well as in the description box. There are timestamps there for silent meditation, where you can pause where necessary, take as much time as you need in order to choose. And if during that time you feel led to pick more than one card, then by all means go ahead and do that. Listening to your intuition is always going to be encouraged here, so if you need to pick more than one, pick more than one. These readings are timeless, so whether you watch it now at the upload time or a while from now, whether it be days, months, years, or what have you, right? It's really whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel that nudge to watch, there's probably going to be a message here for you. And I always say, hey, if this particular pick a card doesn't connect or resonate, feel free to check out my pick a card playlist, because I have a bunch of readings there that you can take as much time as you want to exploring. There might be another pick a card reading there that would resonate better. And if I'm not the reader for you, that's okay too, because YouTube has so many other readers out there. I'm pretty sure there's going to be somewhere out there in YouTube world that has the messages, I guess, that you're looking for this time around, right? So this is a general reading, and there's so many different journeys right now, experiences that people are having. There's no way that I can possibly expect to connect with everybody watching, right? And if something doesn't fit in this reading, also don't make it fit, because at the end of the day, it is just a general reading. So I'm going to get these out of the way. We're going to go directly into stack number 1 for you. These are going to be shuffled on the spot, and I am going to be rolling dice for some numbers at the end. Okay, so much love to you. We're going to get directly into stack number 1's reading. Stack number 1 viewers, you chose this lovely green crystal. If you chose this crystal, it may be one that you perhaps need to work with, or maybe the energy is calling you to work with it. There is a message on the back of this card. I will incorporate that into the reading at the very end. But first, I just want to get started with your reading. Start with the tarot here. Let's take a look to see what is it, stack number 1 viewers, if your future self wants to say to you. So what messages are there from your future self? It's kind of like this feeling of, I guess the feeling of this reading is like, if I only knew then what I know now type of thing. So maybe there's some insight that the future self wants to share with you through this reading. So let's see if we can get 3 cards, stack number 1 viewers, for messages from your future self. 3 cards, stack number 1. These cards really do stick together, by the way. Okay. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A second here. What else do we have? We have the 8 of Wands. Nice. Let's see. Oh, okay, the Page of Cups. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. All right, so the future you is saying you have the possibility or the capability of I'm getting the feeling of discernment, right? Maybe because it's coming from the Queen of Swords. She is that energy where it's like, you know, she sees things clearly. She's highly aware of her situation and her surroundings. She understands what it is to change and transform, right? With the butterfly energy on her chest here. She understands what it is to overcome. She understands adversity. So I can't help but think that the future self is saying, look, you're stronger than you realize. You have and are capable of achieving much, because you have a sense of awareness, a keenness, a clear sight. Maybe there are moments where you question things, you doubt yourself, but at the end of the day, you always somehow come through. So it's like this feeling of rely on your inner knowing, rely on your keen sense of awareness, and act in your truth. Because as long as you're always true to yourself, like the Queen of Swords is, you can overcome and get through anything. With this awareness, it's going to help you, okay, when you listen to your own inner guidance and awareness, it's going to help you move forward in a direction that maybe has been calling you for a while, but perhaps like the Page of Cups, because pages are energies that are new, they're students, they're always trying to learn and grow and evolve and kind of research. I always consider them like the students of the tarot. So pages are students of life. They're also an energy that's always playing detective or trying to learn, investigate, sleuth, and play detective to find things out. Why? Because they're always curious, like children who ask thousands of questions, right? They always ask so many questions. It's that inquisitive nature. It's because they're trying to learn and understand the world around them. So if at times you question your path, you maybe don't know what you're doing or where you're going or how it's going to look, or how do I accomplish something, if there's something that you've been wanting to move forward towards but have questioned the path and the journey in getting there, this is saying do your research. Pay attention to what your heart is asking you to do. You can learn new things. You can pursue it, right? Look how he has said he's admiring this cup. The cup is a kind of representation of the heart and the emotions, maybe even a creative inspiration. Because sometimes the pages, or I don't want to say pages necessarily, but the cup's energies are very, I guess, creative and artsy. They're very dreamy. They have a very vivid imagination. So I'm feeling like if you're looking to pursue something with this Eight of Wands, and if you're looking to go in the direction of something maybe new with the pages are newer energy. Your future self is saying, look, you have a resilience about you with the Queen of Swords that's going to help you achieve things and move forward towards where your heart is kind of guiding you and taking you or inspiring you. You might have talents and skills and creative things that you want to kind of put out into the world. The Eight of Wands is asking you to take action on it. So your future self is saying, look, what are you waiting for? If you have to do some research with the Page of Cups, go do that. Follow the little nudges of your heart. Dig into a book. Go online and figure out what it's going to take. You have to start somewhere. That's that energy of the page. You have to start somewhere. Because the pages to me are like children. They're in like a very, they have an ability to imagine the world around them in any way they want to create it. So it's kind of like this childlike quality that will help you manifest and create. So your future self is saying, look, get into the mind and heart space of your inner child. Sometimes the Queen of Swords can be kind of jaded through life and all the ups and downs you've been through, right? But this is saying, hey, don't let that stop you. Get back into the mind and the heart of the younger version of you, because that is where the ability to create sits. There are no limitations when it comes to children and the way they envision and imagine their future life, right? So your future self is saying, get back into your inner child's head and heart. What was it that you wanted to do as a kid, but maybe you've procrastinated and never pursued? The Eight of Wands is all about action and movement and speed and pursuit. Adventure even. So while the Queen of Swords has been jaded about life and the way things have ended up sometimes, it's made her stronger, but maybe a little bit hard in a sense where it's like, she's more of a realist. And you go from being a Queen of Swords, which is very much a realist energy, to then being a dreamer with the Page of Cups. It's like the Queen of Swords is moving in the direction of this, going back to the inner child. So your future you is saying, look, get back in touch with your inner child, because that's where you have the potential and the power to create in the most limitless way possible. When you think of a child, 4 or 5-year-old kid, you ask them, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they come up with the most wildest things. But in their mind, that's not impossible. In their mind, everything's possible. So in a sense, the future you is saying, hey, Do you remember when you were a kid and you wanted to be this, that, and the other, or you wanted to do this? You wanted to travel the world, or, you know, the Eight of Wands can talk about travel. The future you is saying that's where you're going to create. Your inner child knows there are no limitations to what's possible. So discern, right, with the Queen of Swords. Decide already and move in the direction of that, because I'm waiting for you. It's kind of like this feeling of the future you is already living the dream right now. Your future you is already living your dream right now. So come and get it, basically. What are you waiting for with the Eight of Wands? Go after it. Go in the direction of, okay? Because if you look at the body language here, she's traveling towards the dream. So that's what I have for you as far as messages from the future you. Take action. You are smart enough. You're very intelligent. You can figure out a plan. You're clever too. I'm getting this feeling of clever energy. It might take travel. It might take some sort of dynamic movement on your part. The Queen of Swords is also she dots her I's, crosses her T's. If I had to think of two queens in the deck, or any of the court cards really, that are capable of doing that and doing it with precision, okay, it would be the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles if I was just thinking about queens. Same thing applies with the kings. It would be the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. They act with precision. So you have the wits about you, stack number 1 viewers, to accomplish a goal, but you have to move in the direction of that. And if it takes, with the Page of Cups, baby steps to do it, and getting in touch with your inner child and remembering what it was that you wanted and the dreams that you had, then by all means get in touch with that, because once you start to dream, you start to dream big, right? You remove the resistance, the blockages, or any limitations that your adult self, right, puts in the way to create blockages from you manifesting or creating your reality. You have to have a thought, right, a vision in the mind. And you have it here. You have both heart and mind. Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is heart, Queen of Swords is mind. So you have both heart and mind together in, you know, on this table. You think about it with your mind, you envision it, your mind's eye, and then you marry that vision to your heart, feeling it as if, it's kind of like a fake it till you make it, right? Your heart has to feel that vision in your mind's eye, put the emotion behind it as if it was real. And then that Wands energy is like taking that action toward it. You have the vision in your mind, you take the action toward it. Now you got to continue to hold it in your heart until it becomes a reality. You don't let go of the vision. You don't let go of the dream. So your future you is saying, hey, look, the dream is possible. It might take you to learn a few things. It might take some planning or precision. It might, you know, take some travel or movement or ambition, right? But it's not that you don't have it. Your inner child, nothing's impossible with your inner child. Okay? So your inner child is already kind of, you know, maybe imagined it before, and now it's kind of this feeling of your future you says, okay, you've already imagined it, you already thought it up, you already feel it in your heart with what you want, so go ahead and take action on it a while. Get started. So let's see what this beautiful crystal says. Okay, it says green calcite. It says, is the emo honest to a fault? Wouldn't that be the Queen of Swords too? Honesty, integrity, truth, with the sword of truth that she holds, right? Believes in storybook endings. There you go. Right? The fairy tale, the dreams come true. Tree hugger of the calcite family. Who needs it? Anyone who finds themselves lost in the forest of doubt. Look at that. Without a map. Libras. Wait a minute here. We got the Queen of Swords. She would be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, right? Hold on. Where to put it against your chest when making important decisions regarding how you want to spend the finite, precious time you have on Earth. Basically, how do you want to spend the rest of your life? What do you want to do with the rest of your life, right? I read somewhere it says, there's like a little meme or quote or something that says, oh gosh, if I can find it. If I could find it, I might have to find it and add it to the end of this stack number one's reading if I can't remember it off the back of my head. It goes something like, I want to be able to say, I chose the next 10 years of my life, that I didn't just settle for it, or something like that. That's kind of what this feels like. Choose the next 10 years of your life. Don't just settle for it. All right. It says when to use it, when your heart is asking for something, but you aren't listening. What? Look at that. Your heart, whoa, your heart is asking for something, right? The heart wants what it wants. The mind wants what it thinks the heart should want. Whoa, wait a minute here. We have heart and mind. And I freaking mentioned that earlier, didn't I? The mind wants what it thinks the heart should want. Call on the energy of green calcite to nudge that push and pull in the heart's favor. And look, it is going in the direction of the heart over here, isn't it? Live out your heart's desire. Okay, I'm done. I don't have nothing. I have nothing else to say at this point. This is incredible. Let's grab a postcard from Spirit. Okay, this is pretty cool. So let's see if we can get a postcard from Spirit to top this off for you, stack number one viewers. Future you, messages from the future you. And then I'm going to grab angel numbers, I can't forget. All right, let's see what that says. Okay. All right, it says, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it may seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in a free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. All the elements are in place and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. Could this be any better? No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. I mean, damn, this couldn't be any more on point. Holy cow. And I was getting the feeling of Spirit, you know, saying, hey, your future self saying, look, what are you waiting for? Get to it already, right? All right, so let's see stack number ones. Let's get some numbers for you here. If you're not familiar with my channel, I roll the dice for angel numbers. I always recommend just Googling the angel number, like angel number, let's say 111 or whatever comes up. Google it. There are sources online. I don't recommend websites that provide angel number interpretations because it could be a website that you don't resonate with, and I don't want to do that to you. Part of synchronicity and finding little cookie crumbs the universe leaves along the way is kind of doing your own research. So I always say look up a source that you trust and then get the number interpretations for additional messages, because there will be additional messages, or perhaps confirmation of this reading in the interpretation of your numbers. Okay, so let's see if we can get some numbers here. All right, so we have 9, 7. You see that? Wow. Okay. 973. Okay. 973 is your angel number, stack number one viewers. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, you know what to do. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like, and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the little bell for notifications so you never miss a video, because I upload pretty often. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you feel guided to, okay? So I'm going to leave you here. Take care of yourselves. Sending much love wherever you are, and keep shining. Sack number 2, you chose this card right here, this crystal. I will incorporate that at the very end. There are messages on the back. I will read them for you. Also, if you felt attracted to this crystal, it could be that its energies are calling to you to work with. All right, because every crystal has an energy that it will help with. So I will incorporate that later. Let's get your tarot to find out what messages does a future you, your future self, have for you. Let's see if we can get 3 cards for the future you and what your future you or future self would say. It's kind of like that feeling of if I only knew then what I know now, right? So maybe this reading could give you a heads up. Let's see if we can get 3 cards. All right, so we have the 7 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, all right, and the 5 of Wands. Okay. All right, for whatever reason, I'm kind of feeling like this might be a situation where you're dealing with people, maybe friends, family. It could also be about your happiness overall, because the 3 of Cups does talk about your overall happiness and well-being, your joy, what brings you joy. Now, the 7 of Cups, this is kind of saying that the future you would be like, look, there are decisions to make. You might be overwhelmed by situations, maybe your environment, your circumstance, even people, okay? Even people that surround you, people in your immediate environment with the 3 of Cups. Situations might overwhelm you, because a lot of times the 7 of Cups can talk about choice. Not only that, it could talk about things that are illusory. And if this is feeling like the future you is saying to you, look, don't settle for relationships or things that are not going to be built upon solid ground. And I say solid ground because the 7 of Cups is usually a castles built on sand kind of energy. It's all up in the air. It's illusory. It's just kind of like a figment of your imagination. It's not really quite tangible. It doesn't have a solid enough background or footing. So let's say if there are relationships in your life that are kind of flighty like that and unreliable like that, this is kind of saying avoid the conflict of those situations with those people, because guess what? It might, if anything, just continue to bring you strife. This is about your happiness with the 3 of Cups. The future you wants you to be happy and full of good times. And this is kind of feeling like don't waste your time on people, environments, situations that create strife or conflicts of head and heart within yourself or in your immediate environment. There are other places and things that you could be putting your energy into. People who are going to value you and support you properly with the 3 of Cups. It's kind of like saying the future you deserves, saying, hey, you deserve happiness. You don't want things that are going to be unreliable and keep you up in the air. I'm also getting the feeling that it's this feeling of breadcrumbing, like somebody leaving you breadcrumbs or kind of like only giving you so much, but never making it real. It's like fantasy, building you a fantasy, but never really making it solid or real. And then what it does is leave you conflicted, especially when you're in a relationship like that. It's like building you the dream, but never making it real. giving you the fantasy but never making the fantasy tangible. And that creates conflict. So the future you is saying, don't settle for anything that is not going to give you the action to back it up, back up what they say. Actions do speak louder than words. Words are great, but you kind of have to have something tangible to back up your word, or your word means nothing. That's what this is feeling like. This is really feeling like interpersonal, where you're having to deal with people. And maybe this is kind of like a reminder not to settle for less. Because you're worthy of happiness, you're worthy of good friendships, people who really support you and want to lift you up, like that Three of Cups energy. You're worthy of better relationships and surrounding yourself with better people. Your tribe. The Three of Cups energy is always to me like, go find your tribe. So your future you is saying, look, go find your tribe right now. Because they're out there. There are people out there of like kind and quality. The Five of Wands, let's talk about like disputes and arguments with people, challenges that you have with people, competition that you have with people. People always fighting and not getting along, or causing you strife when you don't want that drama. You want solid, secure relationships. And these two energies are not it. With the Five of Wands and the Seven of Cups. So yeah, you will have to make a choice as far as, you know, who am I going to cut out of my life today is kind of what I'm feeling from that Seven of Cups, because he's pondering that. He's really looking at all these cups like, I have to make a choice, right? And it's not going to be easy to confront friendships, maybe that have always, friendships or relationships that have always left you up in the air. But your happiness is here in the middle, and that's kind of what is at stake. So this is saying you deserve better relationships. Your future self is saying, look, your energy should go towards relationships that are going to reciprocate. Number 3 is an energy of growth and expansion. And with the Three of Cups, it kind of feels like your tribe is out there. There are people out there who want to love you, support you, help you grow. Likewise, you do the same for them. They want to do the same for you. It's like a feeling of a support system. Where if over here with these two cards, if you've had conflicting relationships where they have not been supportive, and it kind of feels you, or it has you feeling kind of like, am I ever going to find good friends? Am I ever going to find good people? Am I ever going to find, love that wants to love me the way that I want to be loved, or the way that I love others? This is saying they're out there, but for whatever reason, these two cards are giving me the feeling of not to settle for what's in your immediate environment right now, because there are people out there who are going to love you right. And be loyal friends. And be supportive. You want tangible relationships, real relationships. Seven of Cups energy is anything but that. Oftentimes it's very illusory. Also, the energy of, the future you might say, also with these cards, do what makes you happy. If you're conflicted about a situation and environment and it's causing you that much trouble and challenge, it's also an indication that it does not resonate with you anymore. So there's a choice perhaps to remove yourself or separate yourself from people or things or places, even a job with the Five of Wands especially, that is no longer in alignment with you. If you feel such resistance being in an environment or place or doing something that you don't like, right? This is basically saying there's a lot of resistance in that situation. And your happiness is kind of depending on you making the choice over here. Even though it seems very uncertain, right? There might be some uncertainty attached with the Seven of Cups, a lot of emotional confusion about the choice. I know I don't see like a 2, but for whatever reason, I'm getting the feeling of making a choice here. And Seven of Cups does kind of talk about the overwhelming emotional nature of choice in general, right? But I guess that's what this is feeling like. If there's anything that's bringing you conflict, or you're feeling so much challenged by, or feeling such resistance by, there's a need to kind of remove yourself from that situation. Because what's happening right here with the Seven of Cups is it's this feeling of always, it doesn't feel solid or safe or secure. For whatever reason, there's this word that's eluding me right now. And I know this is like, there's no Moldavite here in the card or anything. But it's this feeling of what Moldavite itself like does, right? If you're familiar with this stone. When you start to work with it, you'll realize that this reading kind of reminds me of the stone. That's why I'm mentioning it. So what it does is, if you're in it, when you carry it around with you and you start to work with it, you start to reject things that inherently are not good for you. And you get repulsed by things that don't align with you inherently, your soul, right? And that's what this reading is feeling like. If it's causing you this much strife, resistance, struggle, challenge, and if it's leaving you in an energy of inner conflict, Five of Wands, and confusion, your happiness is kind of stuck in the middle of those two things, right? Your happiness with the Three of Cups. And the future you is saying, branch away from or release yourself from those things that inherently your spirit or your soul is rejecting, because it's trying to tell you something, right? And that could go for anything. That can go for a career you're not happy with, a place where you live that you're not happy with, a relationship that you're not happy with. The future you wants you to be happy. And your happiness is not going to be where you're always in a state of emotional confusion or conflict, or you're constantly being challenged with your back up against the wall. And if it's obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, and your inner self is rejecting it all and knows that it's not good for you, then this is basically saying, go find your happiness, go find your people, go find your tribe, because maybe what you're doing right now is not where it's at, right? So let's see what the crystal says. I don't even know what this is exactly, but it's interesting looking. All right, it says barite. Barite, I hope I'm saying that right. It says it's a widely occurring brittle sulfate mineral. It's often transparent or creamy white. Sometimes it's icy blue, beautiful and frosty. Desert rose is a calming variety of barite. Who needs it? Anyone who leaves for work each morning. Damn it. Anyone who leaves for work each morning with the sickening suspicion that their true destiny is anything but this. Okay? Here's that conflict. Sometimes this can talk about workplace conflict. Fives are all about challenges and strife. Competition, sometimes even in the workplace. Okay? It says where to put it. Taped to your forehead during meditation. Okay. I like that. It says when to use it. When it's way past time to stop saying yes to things you hate. And I was saying that's the feeling of Moldavite too. So because I felt led to talk about the Moldavite, and that's what this was feeling like, this Moldavite will make you, like, it'll change your life, okay? It really will. If you're not ready for some serious change or upheaval, probably don't get it. But it has the power to make you feel repulsed, right? Like, I guess hate. Things that you already hate, it's going to be like, you're going to hate them that much more when you're working with this, because it's rejecting it. It's rejecting what's not in alignment with your spirit or your soul, okay? And that's what I was feeling. So, wow, okay, I just had an idea. Maybe if you're brave enough to buy barite and moldavite together, it will probably take that whole thing to a whole nother level. It might actually give you the liquid courage, okay? I don't know, I'm just using that as an example. Liquid courage to do something that maybe you've been hesitating to do but need to do because your happiness is at stake. Okay, the Three of Cups. Let's see what else it says. Ask barite what your true calling is. Wow. Then go live it. Yeah, go be happy. Go do that. It will be terrifying. But what's the alternative, right? You're already in a situation you can't stand, or that brings you strife and challenge. That Seven of Cups is saying, look, you're not on solid ground here. What you're doing is not really tangible for the long term. It just leaves you in a state of confusion, uncertainty, dissatisfaction, even maybe strife, challenged, obstacle after obstacle, that kind of thing, right? What's the alternative? You're right. It says get answers to your biggest questions. So highly recommend that. Never heard of it before, but I might have to get me some of that. And if you're brave enough, right, check out the Moldavite. So anyway, do your research on this zone before you get it, okay? Because it's a heavy hitter. So let's get a postcard from Spirit to help finish off this reading, and then I'll get your angel numbers. Let's see if we can get a postcard from Spirit for stack number 2 viewers in regards to a message from your future self. Whoa, okay, that's a lot. I just want one. Just one card. Stack number 2 viewers. Stack number 1 had one flip over, just easy for me. Now this one doesn't want to give me a card. And I don't, wait, what was that? Did one flip over? I felt it flip over. Yeah, look. Woo, nice, thank you. All right, here we go. Let's see what it says. Dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy and put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Procrastinate, okay? Seven of Cups will do that sometimes, okay? You get overwhelmed, right, easily and confused as far as what to do with the Seven of Cups. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment. Hold on. There you go. Satisfaction and fulfillment, that happiness, right? Of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. Loving you so much. Okay, I love it. It does resonate. Okay, it really does. Let's see if we can get some angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll the dice. We get some numbers. I recommend you go research those numbers on Google or whatever search engine you use to find a source that you trust to interpret the numbers for you. I don't like to recommend a specific website because it could be a website that you don't resonate with, so I don't want to do that. I also don't want to rob you of the journey of exploring the messages for yourself, okay? Because you could come and find some synchronicity along the way, right? You, on the journey to finding the numbers and the interpretation of these numbers, you could find some synchronicities along the way. These numbers will have additional messages for you. They might also even help confirm some things in this reading, all right? So let's see what numbers we got for you, stack number 2 viewers. Okay, we have 2, and you're already a number 2, right? 5. 256 is your number. 256. 256 is your angel number. All right, so this is your reading, stack number 2 viewers. I'm going to leave you here, sending you much love wherever you are. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below, because I like hearing from everybody. If you want to support this channel further, like and maybe share this video. Also subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to get notified, click that little bell so that way you never miss a video, because I upload pretty often and you get notified every time I do. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you're guided to. So stack number 2 viewers, this is your reading. Sending you much love. Again, take care and keep shining. Stack number 3 viewers, you chose this crystal here, and I'm going to put that there. There is a message on the back of the card. I will read that towards the very end. I always say, hey, if you felt attracted to this stone on the card, it's probably for a reason. Its energy might be calling you to work with it. You might need something that it provides, right? So consider maybe, if the reading resonates with you, consider working perhaps with the stone or seeking it out, seeking that crystal out to kind of learn more about it or get in touch with it personally. So this reading is basically about your future self. So what messages does the future you have for you, right? So let's see if we can get 3 cards to help deliver this message for you, stack number 3 viewers. So let's see, what does your future self have to say, or what does your future self want to tell you? Let's see if we can get 3 cards. Future you. Also, it's kind of like I was explaining in the other 2 readings, how it's kind of like this feeling of, if I only knew then what I know now. Maybe this is a reading that will kind of act as a heads up, right? So let's see if we can get 3 cards. Stack number 3 viewers, messages from your future self. What would your future self say to you right now? Okay. All right, so we have the 4 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. Hold on. These are sticky. And the Empress. Holy cow. Stack number 3, you have a 3 and a 3 over here on the Empress. So 33 might be an angel number for you. Although I will be getting angel numbers, or I will be rolling for them at the end of your reading. So stay, stick around for that. But just off the bat from this is basically saying, hey, stack number 3 viewers, you, first of all, okay, with the Empress, are in a very fertile time right now to create and manifest and expand things. Expand your horizons a bit. The future you wants you to know that you're in a fertile period of creation. Consider that the Empress is carrying something in her belly. Some of you could be pregnant, okay, or you're about to become pregnant, or you're about to be mothers and all that stuff, especially with the 4 of Wands if you're married, okay? But I don't want to get sidetracked too much. I'll go back to that in a moment. I just want to focus on the idea of creation for now, and the fact that you're in a very fertile period right now. The future you is kind of looking back and saying, man, if only you knew that at this moment, at this precise moment in 2020, as I record this, maybe, like I said, these are timeless, you can watch them whenever, but at this precise moment in whatever year it is that you're watching this now, if only you knew how potent your manifestation power was. Like, that's the future you looking back on you watching this video right now. If only I could give a shout out to my past self and let them know how powerful their manifestation power is right now, they would not sweat the small stuff. Okay, and I'm getting the feeling of the small stuff from the Ten of Wands, because a lot of times you feel burdened, you feel overwhelmed by things, you feel weighed down by responsibility, having a lot on your plate. You feel burdened by like the everyday life situation. And this is kind of feeling like if only you knew how powerful you were, with the Empress. That the seeds that you plant now, because she does, she's very fertile, right? Have the power to become more, so much more than you realize. She's always pregnant. She's pregnant. Oftentimes I describe her as being pregnant with a dream. It has to gestate inside her inner world before it can be birthed into the outer world. All visions, dreams, aspirations, I guess personal goals, they start somewhere within and then they get manifested in our physical reality. Just likewise, the Empress plants the seed of an intention or dream in the cosmic womb of her divine feminine self, right? And then it gets birthed into physical reality. She's Taurus, by the way, Venus energy, if any of you are Taurus. But that's what this feels like. You're in a very powerful position. Future you is looking back on the current you and saying, if you only knew how much power you had to create that dream that you have in your heart right now, or that you're holding in your belly. Sacral chakra energy is kind of what I'm getting from this too. You have the power to birth it forward, to bring it actually into physical reality and have it be prosperous and beautiful for you. Four of Wands energy is of achievement, celebration, right? Stability, the safety in your four walls, your home, your haven, your sense of security and well-being. So it's kind of feeling like your future self is saying, you're safe. You're safe in creating, you're safe in manifesting. Relieve yourself of, it almost feels like burdens, stresses, anything that would put you back in a state of I can't, or that's impossible. This load has to be off the back, because it'll weigh you down and actually keep you from the pursuit of a vision or a dream that you have inside of you. The Four of Wands wants to remind you that you're a lot more stable and secure, and stable and secure, more stable and secure than you think, in order to birth this thing. Not only that, your foundation is strong enough to uphold it. So it's not easily shakeable. It has a strong foundation. Basically, how do I put this into words with the Four of Wands? It's basically has a leg to stand on, you know? That's what this feels like. The vision, the aspiration, the dream that the Empress is birthing has a leg to stand on. It has a stable foundation in which to be built upon. But the perception of limitation or having it be impossible is probably the only thing that really is weighing you down and maybe delaying the dream or creating a resistance from the Empress from birthing it that much sooner. Also, I'm going to go back to the pregnancy idea. If some of you are in a beautiful marriage right now, Okay, a union of some sort with the Four of Wands. It is the 1111 card. Could be a twin flame, could be soulmate energy. If you're in the midst of maybe considering marriage, or you're hoping for marriage in the future, or maybe hoping for motherhood in the future. Some of you are looking to get pregnant or hoping to get pregnant, but maybe feel the burden or the difficulty of maybe, or the challenge of getting pregnant. This is saying that that dream in the future will be a reality. Because the Empress is pregnancy, she's motherhood. And if you're wondering if you're ever going to meet your soulmate, right? If you're single right now, let's say, if you're wondering if you're ever going to meet your soulmate, and if you've been weighed down by that, by the idea of, am I ever going to find the one to meet, you know, that am I ever going to meet my match, right? That's kind of what the Four of Wands is saying to me. If you ever wondered if you're ever going to meet your match, this is saying, yes, indeed you will. You may become a wife much sooner than you think with the Empress, and maybe even a mother at that, okay? So I'm just throwing that out there. Likewise, when you birth something, whether you birth a physical child or a dream or a manifestation, this is saying that that dream will soon be reality. It's just a matter of releasing the burdens or resistance or anything that would make you think for a moment that it's not possible. Because the Ten of Wands can sometimes do that. Like reality sets in. Sometimes with the Ten of Wands, you kind of feel the burden of that reality check of like, oh yeah, well, you know, if it wasn't this, that, and the other, I could probably achieve that, you know. Sometimes the Ten of Wands, the reality will set in and you'll feel the burden and the weight of it. But this is saying, you know, maybe throw that off your shoulders and don't let that be a factor, okay? Because for whatever reason, I'm getting a movie quote. Oh boy, oh boy, I'm gonna lose it now, aren't I? If you dream it, or is it if you build it, they will come? Like that kind of thing. I know somebody out there knows the movie quote. Is it Field of Dreams or something like that? Well, she's sitting in a field. All right, is it Field of Dreams that quote is from? If you build it, they will come. I know that some people have said that's a Mandela effect. That quote, that movie quote. So anyway, we could go into a whole another conspiracy thing with that movie quote or that movie, but that's kind of what this is feeling like. If you build a dream in your, you know, in your heart, yourself, your soul, if you set that intention, you take the steps necessary toward it. If you build that dream, it will manifest. That's kind of what this is feeling like, stack number 3 viewers. And funny enough, he does have building material on his back. So if any of you wondering if your manifestation is ever going to come to fruition, you know, maybe you're feeling the weight of it because you want something and maybe you envision yourself having it, but then the weight of reality kind of, you know, weighs you down. Maybe the weight of your current circumstances kind of weighs that manifestation down and makes you feel like, is it ever gonna be birthed into my physical reality? And again, you have to remind yourself with the Four of Wands that there is an ability to achieve with that energy. It's a celebration card of achievement, success. So yes, it is possible to achieve it. Your future you is telling you, yes, that you can achieve it. You can birth it into your reality. But sometimes you might get weighed down by the everyday of the Ten of Wands and those everyday burdens, and maybe the everyday reality of your current situation maybe thwarts that vision or manifestation from birthing itself. But that's an illusion. That's kind of what I want to say. It feels like an illusion. Not that your dream is an illusion. No. But the current circumstance, matrix, limitation of this physical world that we live in is what is the illusion. The dream itself, okay, is eternal. That is energy. That'll never go, that'll never be destroyed. Think about that for a moment. The vision of your dream that you hold in your heart, whatever that means to you, whatever you hold in your heart and mind, the vision of that dream, that's energy. That can't be destroyed. For example, let's say you dream of building a house, right? You managed to manifest the house into physical reality. You managed to build that house with your own two hands. You took that vision or that energy of that vision out of your mind and you birthed it into your physical reality and made it tangible, right? I'm saying house because we have a 4 of Wands. So some of you could be trying to manifest a house, and that will be coming. The Empress is about to birth it. Anyhow, if you go ahead and you bring that vision out of your mind's eye, that energy out of your mind's eye into physical reality by building that house with your own 2 hands, guess which would be destroyed before the other? Consider it for a moment. The house is what will be destroyed before the energy that thought and had the vision of the house will. So the energy, the vision, the inspiration is eternal. That'll never go away. The house itself, the physical house you built, will eventually, deteriorate, as anything does in the physical world. So which is more real? The one thing that lasts forever, or the physical manifestation of that energy itself? To me, the dream itself is what's real, because it can never be destroyed. Thought, energy, frequency, vibration, right? Those things can't be destroyed. So your future you basically is telling you, break free. I guess I'm feeling like 10 of Wands is saying to break free. Throw this yoke off of you, because that's the only thing. The burden of the physical reality of your present moment is probably the only thing that's really keeping you from manifesting that vision into physical reality. And your future you knows it. Why? And I said this in one of the other readings. Because your future you is already living the dream that the Empress planted. She's already living that dream. She's already living that prosperity. She's already living in that house. Okay, so I'm going to read your crystal card, okay, because I want to see what it is. Let's see what it says. All right, it says sodalite, friend to the chronic meditator. Look at that. You meditating on something, stock number 3 viewers? Maybe meditating on the dream, manifesting it in your mind's eye, right? So it says sodalite, known by some as poor man's lapis, is a salty deep blue stone speckled and striated with white calcite inclusions. Who needs it? Planners, producers, and Virgos. So you might be Virgo. Again, if you're manifesting something, wouldn't you be planning for something in the future, right? Where to put it? Wherever you do your best non-thinking. Okay. Non-thinking. When you clear your mind, wherever you want to be, where you can clear your mind. So this is when to use it. When you have a big decision to make, when you're 99% finished with a project but can't get your head around the last 1%, right? If you're feeling burdened by that last thing that could be deterring you or delaying you from birthing something into creation or birthing a project into reality, and you're stuck on that 1%, that does make sense. It says don't seriously give up. Meditate with sodalite. Abandon solution-oriented thinking. Surrender to your intuition. Look at that. And watch your problem get solved from someplace much deeper. Deeper your intuition. That's pretty cool. because it does feel like there's something maybe that's blocking or kind of weighing you down in the physical realm of things towards something you want to create. And I was getting that feeling. So it does connect. Let's get a postcard from Spirit to kind of finish this up for you. So stack number 3, viewers, let's see if we can get a postcard from Spirit. Hopefully one will flip over or fall out like they did in the other readings. And then we'll grab angel numbers to finish it off, okay? One card, stack number 3, viewers. And if nothing falls out, okay. I was going to say if nothing fell out, I would like kind of chop the deck up in 2. So bear with me 1 second. Okay. Let's see what it says. Dearest you, we bet you must be so exhausted some days. Okay. There you go. 10 of Wands, right? Overworked. It says, giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service to the highest good can leave you feeling depleted, like an empty well. If it feels as if there's no more water for you, the good news is we have a plan. Today, go take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers or plant some in your garden. Make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being now. No. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You do not have to explain. Just say no gently but firmly, then go for a soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to center, replenished, and ready for more adventures. We love you so very much. For whatever reason, this feels like it connects back to this. It says meditate, right? Don't give up, but you got to meditate. You got to take a time out. You got to go to a place of non-thinking, right? And part of that is kind of self-care, where you kind of relax and rest and ease into just being. And maybe that's where also, when you're in that state of self-care, rest and relaxation and taking care of yourself or giving yourself a time out, maybe that's, if there's a missing piece to this puzzle of manifestation here, that's probably where you're going to find it. So the future you is basically saying, look, you are creating something. You are building the foundation with the 4 wands of something. But there is something in the physical reality that you might feel weighed down by, or feeling somewhat, oppressed by, or you got a lot going on and it's maybe taking away from somehow creating that dream or manifesting that dream that much sooner. And you have to kind of take a time out for yourself to rest, replenish, recuperate, meditate with the sodalite. Go to a place of non-thinking so that way the answers can come and you can birth this vision that much quicker into your physical reality. Right now, it's probably still a dream for most of you, but it's on the verge of being birthed. And this energy right here is kind of saying, look, you're at 99%. You still have to wrap your head around that last 1% to make this thing happen. The only way you're really going to do that with this energy is if you take a time out to really think and just process and allow yourself to be. When you're in a relaxed state, you actually are in surrender mode, and then you're able to be a channel to receive information or downloads that much easier when you're in a relaxed state. This energy is speaking a little bit of resistance here, right? And this is saying to lay down that yoke, like I said earlier. Lay down the yoke in order to then connect with maybe that last bit of information, that last piece of the puzzle that you need in order to birth this thing into your reality. And it's feeling like the future you is saying, look, the only way that you're going to have that happen is if you take a time out for yourself. You treat yourself a little better. And then the answers come. So let's get an angel number for you. If you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll dice for angel numbers. I recommend Googling, looking up on whatever search engine you trust. Have, I guess, whatever website you trust to interpret the numbers for you, because the numbers do deliver additional messages. They might be messages that also help confirm some things in this reading for you. I don't like to recommend a website because at the end of the day, you know, it might not be a source that you resonate with. So I wouldn't want to, you know, recommend something you might not be happy with. Again, part of finding the interpretation of the angel numbers is a journey, and you might actually come across a synchronicity or another confirmation along the way, and I wouldn't want to rob you of that. So look up angel number, whatever it may be, right? I said earlier 33, right? So that might be a number to look up, angel number 33 interpretation. And there'll be several sources that would come up to kind of give you an interpretation of that number. But let's see if we can get numbers also from the dice, okay? All right, so we have 9, 9, 4. So 994 is your angel number, stack number 3 viewers. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share this video. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to get notifications of my videos and how often I upload, click that little bell so that way you never miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading, all my information is in the description box down below. All you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading with me whenever you feel guided to. So stack number 3 viewers, I'm going to leave you here. Sending you much love wherever you are. Take care of yourselves and keep shining. Stack number 4 viewers, you chose this lovely crystal here. I'm going to put that there. There are messages on the back of that card. I will incorporate that at the very, very end. I've said in other readings, if you felt connected or attracted to this crystal in any way, it could be that maybe its energies are trying to get you to work with it, so you may consider wanting to do some research on it, and to maybe purchase the crystal if you can somehow get your hands on one, okay? So we're looking at your future self. We want to see what your future you would say to you right now. Kind of like a hindsight 2020 thing, or if I only knew then what I know now, right? So your future you wants to tell you something that it already knows. Maybe it's kind of like as a heads up. Okay, so let's see if we can get 3 cards for you, stack number 4, in regards to your future self. What does your future self want to tell you? What messages does your future you have for you right now? Stack number 4 viewers, let's see if we can get 3 cards to deliver this message. Okay. These are kind of like sticky with each other, so let's see what we have. Wow. Okay, the sun. That could be Leo energy. It's fire sign, so maybe some of you are Leo. We have the 4 of Cups. And the 10 of Pentacles. Holy cow. Interesting. This is beautiful. Okay, so the future you is basically coming in to say, look, something didn't go your way. Maybe it didn't turn out satisfactory in some way with the 4 of Cups energy. But that doesn't mean, right, that you're not going to get another chance or an opportunity to see this thing happen or come to fruition. You have another opportunity here in the background trying to be presented to you, so keep an eye open for it. You don't want to fall asleep, okay? You don't want to fall asleep, because another opportunity will present itself when you least expect it, so you have to be prepared and you have to be aware and ready. Don't focus on what maybe didn't turn out the way that you had planned or hoped, right? Don't get stuck in a rut or in a funk about that, because this situation with these 3 cups here that maybe didn't turn out the way that you had hoped, or in its entirety didn't really pan out the way you'd wanted. It didn't pan out 100%, probably because it wasn't maybe the real deal, or there was something about it that wasn't quite what it needed to be in order to be right or perfect for you. But when the universe is in the background trying to hand you an Ace of Cups, okay, That means there's something else coming your way. So be ready and open to receive. I always look at this card like that. That the universe is like literally in the background trying to hand you an Ace of Cups. But if you're too focused on what didn't turn out the way you hoped over here, you're going to miss the door when it opens. The Sun is an energy of success, achievement, happiness, joy, fulfillment. It's an energy of, hey, good vibes, enlightenment, seeing your way out of a dark situation, things being made clear. So when we have the Sun, we know that this card is trying to shed light on something. It kind of feels like the Sun is trying to get your attention and saying, look, okay, look over here, over here. Who gives a shit about this down here? It didn't work out. Okay, so what? I'm trying to show you, enlighten you to what's going on here in the background. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not coming. Or just because you can't touch it, hold it, or see it with your own two eyes as of yet doesn't mean it's not coming towards you. It doesn't mean it's not happening in the background somewhere. That could be love trying to come your way. That could be money trying to come your way. That could be some kind of legacy, longevity with the Ten of Pentacles trying to come your way. It could be resources trying to come your way. A marriage, a future life partner energy. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles always reminds me of life partner energy. These are things that will stand the test of time. So this is also telling me to tell you your future self is saying, look, be present, be aware, be ready. Okay, be ready, because there's something underneath the surface of your current situation that maybe you at this present moment can't see, but your future self sees it. Your future self can kind of sees the bigger picture. It basically has the light shown on a situation where you maybe at the moment feel in the dark about. So if you're concerned about something that maybe recently didn't go your way, or you're dissatisfied with it, the Sun is saying, and the Four of Cups together are saying, look, I see the bigger picture. There's something else coming your way instead. Be on the lookout for that, because I'm going to shed light on it. You're not going to be in the dark forever, your future self is saying. You're not going to be in the dark forever. I'm going to show you what that is, but you have to get yourself out of a funk. Pick yourself up. Don't wallow in it. Pick yourself up and keep moving. Keep striving. Keep trucking, right? Because there's something else that you don't see right now. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, you know, we're all human. We're stuck in these physical avatars. You know, matter gets in the way, and we can't see the realm beyond our veil right now, beyond the veil, right? But time is not linear. It really isn't. So there's something about the future you having an awareness. And future you is saying, look, this is coming. This is about to be shown to you, delivered to you. You're going to be enlightened upon this. Whatever this cup energy is. You have energies of success here. You have the little, I don't know if you can see that. You have the little sunflower right here and here. You might be traveling somewhere. Maybe while on vacation to a sunny place. You might get that. You might get something revealed to you, is what I'm thinking with these two cards. But whatever this is, whatever didn't work out here in these three cups. If it didn't work out, it's because it wasn't going to last for the long haul. This Ace of Cups, whatever this is floating back here, all right, ready to be kind of presented to you, that's what's going to be lasting forever. It's a gift from the universe. It's like a blessing from the universe, a fresh opportunity. That is what's going to last in the test of time. So maybe some of you had some disappointment in an endeavor or personal goal recently, maybe even in a love situation that didn't go the way that you had hoped. Maybe a career situation didn't pan out the way that you had hoped. There's something you felt disappointed in or kind of let down in that didn't go your way, where you're kind of feeling a little melancholy and downtrodden. Maybe you're feeling in a little bit of a funk about it. This is saying it didn't work out because it wasn't going to last this for the long haul or secure you for the long haul. It kind of feels like it's your future self is saying, look, the universe wants you to feel safe and secure. It wants you to have things that are really going to bless you, enhance your life, enrich you, secure you, provide for you, love you right. We don't want half-assed love or half-hearted love, right? We don't want that. We want long-lasting things. Things are going to last a long time. So I'm feeling like this is saying if it didn't work out or go your way, it's because it wasn't going to be that for you for the long term. It wasn't going to be what you needed for the long term or forever, or it wasn't going to stand the test of time. So it's kind of like this feeling of maybe it was like redirected. You were redirected, or that thing was kind of redirected out of your path to make room for what's really meant for you. And you're going to see why that thing over here, didn't work out the way that it did. You're going to see that soon enough. But there's something else coming. And your future self wants you to be ready to receive. So don't block your blessing by focusing on what you recently lost or what recently didn't go the way that you'd hoped, because there's something else coming in its place. And it's going to knock that other thing recently that didn't go your way out of the water. Also, your future self is saying also to get some sun, charge up your batteries with the sun energy. Go sit outside in the sun for 15 minutes. Reboot yourself, get a reset or recharge your batteries by sitting in the sun. It'll lift your spirits. If you've been cooped up inside too long, somehow find a way to get outside to lift your spirits with the Four of Cups energy. It's like you might need a pick-me-up at this time. At the time that you're watching this video, you might need a pick-me-up. And that's important to kind of shift your mood and prepare you to receive a blessing or a gift that's coming. It might be a financial windfall even with the 10 of Cups. It might be a financial blessing of some sort. Could also be a long-term relationship situation. I mean, with this card, it's usually, you got the dog, you have the kids, you have the happy family. They're safe and secure. They're well blessed. So this seems to be what's coming your way, but you might not see it right now. Especially if whatever was in this disappointment here with the 3 of Cups that he's looking down at, especially if it was recent. but the sun is going to show the way. And this is a symbol of happiness and being assured of your success. So you have a lot coming for you. You might not be able to see it for yourself though, but your future self does. It's also this feeling of trust me, I got you. Trust me, I got you. I also heard we got it in the bag. It's a done deal. We got it in the bag. So whatever that means to you, okay? I do download phrases sometimes, and maybe somebody's spirit guide coming through. So we got it in the bag, kid. Like, I'm hearing that. We got it in the bag, kid. That's funny. Okay, well, let me read the back of this card to see what this crystal is all about. Okay, it looks pretty. Kind of looks like orange, like a tangerine quartz or something, but let's see. Ah, it says citrine. Look at that. It says, a must-have for wannabe makers of art. How noble. And money. How, I don't know, that's a French word, right? Gauche? Gauche? I think that's how you say it. Look, money. Citrine is a pale gold to smoky brown quartz. Those candy yellow citrines you find at shops are actually heat-treated amethyst, which is another beast altogether. Who needs it? Anyone with a big idea or a big dream, probably you. Okay, so again, if a dream recently didn't go your way, or maybe you failed at something or had a recent disappointment, it's okay, we got you. That's what I keep hearing. We got it in the bag. We got it under control. Okay, where to put it? Wherever you set your intentions. Placing some citrine in your pocket each morning makes an energetic statement like, greatness is out there and I'm coming for it. Okay? Greatness. This is success. This is financial wealth, stability, prosperity, and abundance. Okay? Greatness is out there and I'm ready for it, or I'm coming for it. This is when to use it. When it's time to really get on your grind and start creating the tomorrow of your dreams today. Manifest your masterpiece. That really does apply. Like I said, if you were recently trying to manifest something possibly, or something you were, focusing on didn't go your way, this is saying get some citrine, because it's going to boost you up. Again, the sun energy, like I was saying, sit in the sun, get that charge your crystalline body, your light body, charge it up, because it's going to give you the boost that you need. And this is also kind of saying the same thing. It gets your wheels going again. It says when it's time to really get on your grind and start creating the tomorrow of your dreams today, like go do that thing to get you amped up, right? If you need a little citrine, go do that, because it's going to change your perspective, right? You have to focus now on the possibilities to come with that ace that's floating in the background trying to bless you with it, right? It'll help, the sun will help shift your mood to a more positive state, and you want to be receptive with that kind of shift in mood, okay? Because there is something coming here, and your future you already knows what this Ace of Cups, you already know what the Ace of Cups is to you. The dream, the hope, the wish, whatever it is, the love, the career, the new career, whatever it is, that whatever happened here is, it's out of the way, but it's because there was something else more suited to you, and that's trying to make its way in. And it's something that's going to last a long time for you to, be comfortable with it. Manifestations sometimes have a plan B, and that's kind of what this feels like. But sometimes plan B can be a better, sometimes, let's put it this way, plan A sometimes is the rough draft of the final product. Plan A sometimes doesn't work. Again, it's a rough draft. It could be that plan B is the real deal, and the final product, the final version of that manifestation manifest into reality. So let's get a postcard from Spirit, and then I'm going to shuffle for some angel numbers, or not shuffle for angel numbers, roll, sorry, roll for angel numbers with the dice, okay? So let's see if we can get a postcard from Spirit to help us with additional messages, or maybe to confirm the messages that have already come through. Get some guidance. For stack number 4 viewers, please. One card. And if one doesn't fall out, I will cut the deck. I would prefer it to fall out, though. One card, please. Okay. Otherwise, I could be here forever trying to shuffle. All right, so there we go. All right, let's see what it says. Hold on. It says, did you know that when you stop fighting and accept everything exactly as it is right now, miracles start to happen? Wait a minute here. I did say that Ace of Cups floating in the background is the blessing that's trying to make its way to you, right? Maybe that's the miracle. There is a freedom in this kind of radical acceptance. Let go of unrealistic expectations and see things as they really are, not how you'd like them to be. You'll be surprised at how everything seems to fall into place. So again, if something didn't go the way that you had hoped and you were disappointed in that, okay? This is basically saying just accept what it is. It didn't turn out the way that you had wanted to, but that doesn't mean that something else isn't coming along that's much better, right? All right, let's see, where was I? When you refuse to accept things, life gets messy. You act messy and your world stays in chaos, tension, and disarray. But don't try to force a change or manipulate circumstances. Instead, learn about what is in front of you and face it with your eyes fully open. And I was talking about being aware with the 4 of Cups, right? To keep your eyes open. If you're too much focused on over here, you'll fail to see what's trying to make its way to you. You have to be awake and open to it. It says, then you can decide stay or go, sink or swim, right? Or wallow in this over here with the 3 cups that didn't go your way. Move or stay still. Acceptance is the key to freedom and opens the door to the real opportunities waiting to be discovered. Right here, right? There's an opportunity trying to be discovered. Set yourself and others free. Loving you so much, always and forever. So that is your postcard from Spirit. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to roll for some angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my channel and how this works, what I do is I roll the dice, we get some numbers, you go online and you get them interpreted. There's several sources out there. All you have to do is Google or whatever search engine you use, put an angel number, whatever it is, and you'll get several interpretations for them to deliver more messages to you, maybe even synchronicity or confirmation of what was said in this reading. I don't recommend a website because at the end of the day, I could recommend a website or a source to interpret the numbers. You might not resonate with it, and then it'll be futile. Like, what would be the point? You won't connect with it. So I always say, do the research of the angel number interpretations on your own, because part of the journey in discovery, right, to synchronicity and confirmation is finding the interpretation, right, on your own. So as you go and research, you might come across another cookie crumb from the universe, another synchronicity, and I wouldn't want to rob that to you by taking you directly there. So you kind of have to maybe take the journey on your own to find out what the numbers mean. Okay, so I will roll the dice, you research the number, and I'm pretty sure there'll be some kind of confirmation or additional messages to help with this reading. So let's see what numbers we get for you. We have 9. Whoa, hold on. Gotta push it. Gotta push that. That's a 7. $977 is your number. Stack number 4, viewers. So if you feel that this has connected for you, helped you in any way, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I really do enjoy hearing from everybody. If you want to support this channel, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that little bell for notification as well, so you don't miss a video, because I upload pretty often. With that little bell, you get notified easy peasy, right? A notification will come up on your phone or in your email to let you know that I've uploaded. And then if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. It's just a matter of checking me out on Etsy, seeing what readings I have available, and you could book a reading whenever you're guided to, okay? So I'm sending you much love wherever you are. Hope you're well and safe. And like I always say, keep shining.